people just need to make the terrible song because the next one won't be as terrible. Me, like, I'm always tapping or humming something, like, even if it's not my song or somebody else's song. When I'm driving, I'm like just beatboxing. When I was 18, I went to New York and was gonna go to school in New York for like acting. Bottomed out last second and I didn't go. And I'm so glad I didn't go. I mean, I've gotten everything from like YouTube beats and I was like, oh, I can do something better than that. Or, oh, I can't do something better than that. I need to get to there. I just get inspired by those and I'm like, I start singing over those and I'm like, oh, well, I don't like how the bass does this and this, so I just create my own version of that track. And then there's other times where I'm just like here on the piano and I just like play a chord or a melody and I'm like, oh, that's it. But I write pretty much everything on the piano. I never write like on the guitar. Like I said, I don't believe in expensive gear because I think it's gatekeeping and bullshit, and I'm not a nepo baby. So this piece of gear was very pricey, but with a good old Latino swag, I got it down to half price, and it's better than any MIDI controller out there. But it has capabilities to be a real synth or a trigger for actual like synths. But so we were just working here. That sounded like crap. I use a couple different sounds. All my songs are pretty much stock Logic. I just mess with it until I get something original. Yeah, I use a lot of very big, polyphonic, retro sounding synths with bells and brass. I feel like I have a couple sounds that I really use a lot. I use a song called Red Light. So wherever my studio is, I'm very mobile in my studio. I just would like it to have the very basic things that I need to make me feel like I can be vulnerable and creative because I have tools I'm comfortable with. Because all the instruments they're just tools to get a creative idea, like out of your brain. This is a Squire jazz bass because the regular jazz basses cost too much and most people can't tell the difference. And if you do, you have way too much time on your hands. I love this thing. You run this pretty much dry with just a compressor and a sub bass or an octave pedal. Low, double low end that like records, like hip hop records have. I was in 2022. I bought this right before I went on tour. I've always wanted a guitar that I could have forever. Has to have chorus, a lot of chorus. So I always run a stereo chorus through my sound. So on my pedal board, you'll always find one stereo chorus, kind of like a tape delay, echo slapback kind of thing. Probably it's right here with my vibrato, give it that kind of warbly tape effect. So when I'm writing my songs or producing, I'm 99% of the time thinking if the audience would receive it well. Because I feel like there's some songs artists can do whatever they want, but like they really shouldn't play at shows because you're playing for the audience. You know, people paid their good money to see you. So when I produce, I'm like, oh, should I put another chorus here because people are really gonna like to sing this? Or do I make like a really quiet section, take out everything but just the drums and the bass to like really emphasize to the audience is like this is something important, or there's a change here. I want to look back a year from now and laugh at how bad I was this time last year. Because that is the only marker of success that I care about. It's just like, oh, I sound like shit. Good. That means you're getting better. I want to be able... The reason I have so few tools when I have the access and the ability to have more is because it makes you work with, a couple watercolors if you're painting. The biggest creativity killer is stopping. And it could be for a couple reasons. Like you stop because you're like, oh, it's too weird, or oh, it's too long. Oh, but like just follow it out. It's not being released yet. It's like people... I finally have gone through with those ideas and not stopped myself because I thought something was too weird or too cliche or too strange, and ended up on the better half of the song.